The sabbatical is done. We are back to action. We're back to create, to cook content. Of course, it's been a solid 1 month away from the channel. There's been a lot going on. There's been a lot of trophies being won. Spain has actually scooped two trophies: the Euro 2024 and the Olympics, where they managed to leapfrog France, which was looking nice under Thierry Henry to win the Olympics. Well, welcome to yet another episode of Mr. Vamos Dissect. It's been a minute, but like I said, it's always good to be here. The Premier League starts the next week, and well, what we like to call the curtain raiser, which is the Community Shield, takes off on Saturday. Well, interestingly, Man City takes on Man United. These are two sides that have met each other on several occasions, and the last time they met in the FA Cup final, Man United, that seemed like underdogs, came on to beat Man City in what was an interesting final. Of course, there's not very many people that expected Man United to beat Man City that was fresh from winning the trophy, but well, football is football, and of course, Ten Hag was under fire then, and he managed to cook spots, and Man United went on to win that one 2-1. Well, when we come into this fixture this time around, this is, of course, there's people who are going to be fatigued coming from international games. Of course, we had the Euro, we had the Copa America. There's people that have been on vacations, on holiday. Important to note that the notable misses for Man City in this one will be Rodri is out, Phil Foden is out, John Stones is out, Kyle Walker is out. These are four players that were not able to get back to base to be able to face Man United, which is good news for Man United fans, maybe. Because for Rodri, I think Man United guys will not want Rodri playing that midfield because it's a lot of work. It's a huge mountain to climb. And then Phil Foden, of course, he didn't really spark in the Euro 2024 for England, but I think he's a formidable force for them. Well, Man United got some injuries in there as well. They also have some injury. It was Rasmus Højlund out. Badman Yoro signed fresh talent from Lille out for about 3 months. I think Man United continues to be jinxed by these new signings. So this is going to be an interesting clash. Well, of course, Pep Guardiola wants to see how to beat Ten Hag in a final. Of course, the last time he was beaten in the final. So Pep Guardiola is probably cooking a lot of spots. He's recently released Julian Alvarez for a record 75 million to Atletico Madrid, a transfer that we didn't really see coming. So it's going to be interesting to see how they lie. When we get into the statistics, Man City is on the brink of meeting Man United in regards to the form in Community Shields because they've lost 3 Community Shields in a row, which is not an impressive start coming into this one. Man United, on the other hand, have not played the Community Shield since 2016. That was Jose Mourinho. But interestingly, Man United has won 4 of their last Community Shields. So that will be something that will be nice to watch. Well, coming into the new season, of course, just like I said, there's very many players that are looking to create an impression. From the Man City point of view, I think most of these players didn't really enjoy the tournaments that they were playing. Kevin De Bruyne didn't really show up for Belgium. Well, Ederson has been injured since the semi-finals, quarter-finals of the Champions League. Akanji played for Switzerland and, well, he led the team and he actually missed a penalty that took them out. But the season is starting. There's not a lot of competitive edge that we're going to give a team over the other. And, well, of course, the preseason might be something for most of these teams to build on. Man City has had an impressive preseason, and of course, they'll be very happy to see that their target man, Erling Haaland, actually bagged a hat trick against Chelsea their last preseason, which will be something nice to see because, of course, Erling Haaland has scored Man United 6 times in 4 games. So this Man United defense should actually be wary of him. Also, if he still has his ponytail and then he opens up his hair, there's bad news coming inside there. For Man United, important to note that Lisandro Martinez, fresh from winning the Copa America with Argentina, and Badman Garnacho, who is, I think, still in the poll for the best young player in Europe, is going to be something interesting to watch. I fancy Alessandro Martinez taking on a Haaland. Yeah, this is going to be, well, there's a big height difference inside there, but it's going to be a very interesting battle. Harry Maguire is back training with the squad. I don't know if he's going to make the trip, but that will be something nice to watch. And then from a Man United point of view, I think Joshua Zirkzee, the guy that was playing for Bologna under Thiago Motta, and then someone from Bayern Munich will be someone that will be leading the line. Just like I said, Rasmus Højlund is out injured. So for a person like Zirkzee, who is not really a direct number 9, It's going to be nice to see how Ten Hag lines up this squad. Of course, Jordan Sancho is back. I think he saw these differences with the coach. And then Amad Diallo, I think this is a very, very big season for him. You know, he's been having a lot of loan spells, injuries, and all that. But I think this is a season for him to cook on that left wing. And then for this Man United team, I think if Eric Ten Hag and the Ineos management are able to put in the principle of maybe giving everyone what they deserve to do. If you're not really playing enough sports, you need to be seated on the bench and letting people cook. Then I expect this Man United side to cook a lot. Because if you go into the left wing and you have a Rashford and a Sancho and maybe Pelestri, who I think will be being taken on loan somewhere because I don't really see how he gets into that Man United team, it will be interesting. The only problem for Man United right now is they have very many big midfielders. Man United right now has, I think their fittest midfielders now is maybe a Casemiro and a McTominay in the center of the park. I don't really trust these guys right now. I think there's been a lot of buzz about Casemiro being playing for the money because of course the last preseason game where we lost against Liverpool showed that they've been leaving him on the ground way too easy. And I think the Premier League is really dynamic and it's not easy for him to keep up with the pace. Mark Tominay, on the other hand, I don't know how West Ham is not really cashing in because they've been cashing in recently to get all these players. So that's where the drama comes in for Man United. Well, somehow, somewhere, because Rodri will not be around for Man City, it will be interesting for how Pep Guardiola would line out. I don't know if he'll do a Kovacic, maybe a Matheus Nunes. And we'll wait and see how that midfield battle lines up. But then I think these are two evenly matched sides coming into this final. Yeah. And if we're going by history, Man United looks like they're supposed to edge this one. But then if we're going according to who is building the structures recently, I think Man United is building a big unit inside there because the resurgence of Ineos inside there has brought I think there's brought a lot of change in the team because they've actually had Ruud van Nistelrooy, who is working directly with the strikers to see that they can get back the glory days in front. Pep Guardiola, fresh from losing Alvarez, will only have to look at maybe Oscar Bob will finally transition into the team to see how this one goes. But I don't want to take you guys very far. Yeah, I think Ineos is building a very big thing at Man United, and this will be a game that will test what they've been doing in the preseason. Expect Amad Diallo to cook spots inside that one for you, and most definitely I'll be giving you guys a Man United win because this Man United side, leaving aside the fact that they were washed by Liverpool the other day, I think when they solve their midfield problem, it will be something interesting to watch. No offense to Man City, I know some of you guys will be like, "Well, Man City is a big team. They can't lose two times and all that." But I don't really see how they pull this one out because most of these players are still fatigued and they've not played together. And Man United is actually cooking a lot of spots this season. Aside from that, we just like I said, we are back cooking sports. The Premier League returns next week. It's going to be a very interesting league season because teams are recruiting. West Ham, West Ham, West Ham United. Oh my goodness! Julian Lopetegui is looking for the coach of West Ham that's attracting all these signings, and it's going to be a nice thing to watch. Aside from that, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to share. Vamos, we go again.